Well, a good start there for Luis Francisco, a rider who has been previously on the podium in the WEF finale, the Week 12 Grand Prix, and a World Cup finals for Brazil. Goes clear, 66.30. Tyser Irwin, who has been a great supporter of Split Rock, jumped with us before in Columbus, Ohio. Tyser for Australia rides the Dutch Warm Blood by Quasimodo van der Mollendrief. This is Jack. A full fault round in this single round competition here for the Split Rock Hunter Jumper Fall meeting. This is Jack and Tyser Irwin on 4 and 79.60. Two-time Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner, including the Invitational here at the Kentucky Horse Park during the Land Rover Kentucky 3-day event. This is Brazil's Santiago Lambre. Santiago rides his own Caetano van Aspergem Z. Last goes as well, making a total of 8 for Santiago Lambre and Caetano van Aspergem here. Riding his longtime partner and supporter Spike Coast Farms out of the blue SCF, a Spike Coast bred horse by Verdi. This is Ireland's Shane Sweetnam. Clearance 65-12, so into the lead for Shane Sweetnam and out of the blue, SCF. Next to go, a rider who's been on some prestigious podiums in his career, including in the Major 2-rounder up in Spruce Meadows in Canada. This is Harden Tal. Harden with Bohème de Moulin for the US World Cup finalist. Nice clear round there for Harden Tal, 76-95 for Harden and Bohème de Moulin. Audrey Muscari goes next. The amateur rider Audrey owns and rides this one. It's the Westphalian by Carluccio. This is Cicero HS. With the last down as well, it's going to be a total of 8 falls for Audrey and Cicero. Next to go, a combination that represented the Dominican Republic at this summer's Bolivarian Games in Bogota, Colombia. This is Maria Gabriela Brugal Gasso. Maria Gabriela with J'adore Flamenco by Je t'aime Flamenco, of course. 4 faults then in 80.44 seconds for Jador Flamenco and Maria Gabriela Brugal-Gasso. Victoria Ketchum goes next. Copperline Farm LLC's Isaac is the ride for Victoria, who's been a tremendous supporter of split rock jumping this year, starting out in Sarasota down in Florida and jumping the 2 weeks with us here in the horse park midsummer. Another one there with 8 faults, Victoria Ketchum and Isaac in 70.35. Shane Sweetnam leads our 3 clear rounds. Luis Francisco da Azevedo second, Harden Towell in third. Well, we go on to a 2-time winner of the President's Cup in Washington, Aaron Vale. Aaron, who had a great run of classes with us in Aiken, South Carolina last year. He rides I Admiri R4 for Laurie Ostock. Well into the lead, 63.59, 1.5 seconds faster there for Ayademi and Aaron Vale. 63.59 is the new time to beat here in our FEI Table A Speed. Molly Ashcawley now. Molly with Lewisburg Farms Conrad. Molly, winner in recent seasons of the American Gold Cup and also of the Pennsylvania National Grand Prix. Molly and Conrad, they jump clear. 68.82 is the time taken. So goes into fourth place. We've built up to 5 clears so far out of our first 10 we've seen. Rider who jumped up in Thunderbird this spring during the Nations Cup meeting, Tanner Korotkin, with some very eye-catching results. 3 top 5s, including 1 podium finish in a big jump-off class up there. Riding Sandalwood Farms, Orwell, SCF, Tanner Korotkin. Nice run there for Tanner and Orwell SCF. Tanner Korotkin there with the 8-year-old by Belgium, 70.86. Lacey Gilbertson's our next to go. Lacey, who's jumped over with us in Europe and also jumped up in Thunderbird this spring. Damsel Saint-Emel, the Saint Francais by Uppercut Kervec for Lacey Gilbertson, riding for Seabrook LLC. So Lacey finishes on 4 there with Damsel Saint-Emel, 4 in 63.96. Well, Nations Cup rider here in the Americas and across in Europe, having ridden at Le Mans and been a podium finisher in the Sopot Nations Cup Grand Prix in Poland. Fabio Leivas Costa for Brazil with Bon Chance Farms, Amigo WZ. 12 jumping faults in just under 80 seconds, 79.56 there for Fabio Levas and Amigo WZ. Next to go, riding a Diamante semi horse, Valentino Tullier. It's Ireland's Dara Kerrins riding for Eve Jobs. Dara, who's been a World Cup winner here in North America, he's been on winning Nations Cup teams around the world for Ireland and a career winner of the Hampton Classic Horse Show Grand Prix. Eight faults and 78 there for Dara and Valentino Tullier. Top 6 places being held by Clears, Aaron Vale and I Ademi are our fastest, 63.59. Go on to a young rider, jumped the under-25 tour this spring at WEF and had top 5s both weeks with us during the summer here at the Split Rock Jumping Tour Hunter Jumper Classic. Riding Ice Zottendale Z, this is Francisco Goyaga Moye for Spain. Not quite fast enough. A great effort there from Francisco with Ice Zottendale. Aaron Vale still leads 63.59 and 63.90 for Francisco. Next to go, a rider no stranger to success here in the Kentucky Horse Park. In fact, a very impressive top 5 in recent seasons in the Grand Prix indoors at the National Horse Show. Riding A.E. Swanson Farms. Good time girl. It's Sire Happy. For Volsen for Sire and Good Time Girl in 64.36 goes ninth best. Next to go, Daisy Farish. Daisy, who was a Nations Cup rider this year for the United States of America in Lisbon and Madrid on the EEF series. And with this horse, Ecuestre del Caballero, was a top 5 finisher in the 2-star Grand Prix at Longines Global Champions Tour, Monaco. Daisy Farish, Ecuestre. Daisy and Ecuestre clear in 64.68 goes into third place. Francisco Goyaga for Spain still second. Aaron Vale still in the lead, 63.59. Horse and rider combination who jumped Grand Prix level with us here this summer during the Hunter Jumper Classic weeks. This is Juju, VDM, and Savannah Hemby for Todd Minicus. Four in 70.23 for Savannah and Juju goes into 11th best. Going to take a second ride now for Luis Francisco de Azevedo. Santa Cecilia Stables own this one. This is Nashville, another in our field by Diamant de Semi. Clearance 77.10 then for Luis Francisco de Azevedo, goes 9th of our now 9 clear rounds. One of our first ever Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winners, that was back at Split Rock Farm in 2015. Jonathan McRae with Windsor Show Stables Gazelle ES goes next. Twelve faults here today in 76 seconds for Gazelle and Jonathan McRae. Well, from our second ever Split Rock Grand Prix winner to our third ever Split Rock Grand Prix winner, winning the following May, spring of 2016 at Split Rock Farm, it's Chile's double Olympian Samuel Parro. Samuel with Buga S. Samuel goes into the lead there with Buga 62.34. On we go then to a rider who went very well in the winning round top 10 national class earlier on, Aaron Davis Heineken with October Hill Sales Limited's Leone. Leone and Aaron Davis Heineken are clear, 65.88. So that goes into sixth place. We go on to Alison Robitaille. Alison Robitaille with Diane de Sivry. Diane de Sivry, the Sol Francais by quite capital. Four and 68.19 there for Alison Robitaille, US Pan American Games and World Championships rider with Diane de Sivry. So Santiago Lambre comes back to us. Santiago, as we mentioned earlier on, one of our double winners of Grand Prix on the Split Rock Jumping Tour. Santiago with Mario Oñate's Comtesse 202. Great challenge and it pays off. Santiago Lambre and Comtesse 202 go into the lead, 62-26. So to take us up to the halfway point, a combination that took victory in the three-star Grand Prix this summer here at Split Rock Jumping Tour in Kentucky Horse Park, Molly Ashcawley with Lewisburg Farms Cappuccino. And it cleared to take us into the break, 69.78 for Molly and Cappuccino 194. So they go 10th best at the moment. We're up to 13 clear rounds in the speed. Santiago Lambre moments ago with Comtesse 202 became our fastest in 62.26. Just some 0.07 seconds faster than Samuel Parro of Chile with Buga. Aaron Vale and I Adermi R sit third for the USA. Francisco Goyaga sit fourth for Spain. Daisy Farish fifth with Etonomois del Caballero. Going to take a very short break, and we'll be back to the action in our FEI Speed here, part of the 3-star international tour this weekend at the Split Rock Jumping Tour, Fall Hunter Jumper Classic, part of the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumper Tour for 2022.
Turn on the radio. 5.
So we're about to get back underway with our FEI competition. 84 seconds time allowed, but it is a competition single round against the clock, so we should see significantly faster than that. And we have done. Santiago Lambre and Comtesse 202 are the ones to beat. For Brazil, 62.26 on the clock. So we're going to get back underway. A rider who has been competing at the 5-star level of the sport and was part of a silver medal winning team this summer at the North American Youth Championships. Tanner Korotkin with Rupert Winkleman's Quinn 3-3 by Kidam de Revel. For full round in 69.82 for Tanner to get us back underway there, riding Quinn. Next to go, Colombian Championship rider, who was part of our starting lineup for the Invitational this spring during the Land Rover Kentucky 3-day event. Roberto Terrantafur with Rocking Basilisk Farms, Van Halen. Twelve jumping 4 for time there for Roberto and Van Halen. Rider who has so often been the puissance winner during the Washington International Horse Show. Aaron Vale. Aaron with Thinks Like a Horse's Prescott. Sorry, we go on to Dara Kerins. Dara with Intuitive, Irish sport horse. Intuitive, Dara riding for Eve Jobs. Eve herself, a former Split Rock Grand Prix winner. So 9 time faults in there as well for a total of 17 for Dara Kerins and Intuitive. Martin van der Hoeven with Lucarelli International's Maurice Horta. Martin, who jumped the World Cup Tour with us last winter in Texas and the Split Rock Jumping Tour World Cup qualifier in Fort Worth, and had a good run through the young horse divisions at Pin Oak this spring. Single rail for Martin and Maurice Horta, 4 faults, 71-61. A rider who's shown at our June meeting here on the Split Rock Jumping Tour the last 2 years running, Chandler Meadows. Chandler owns and rides Konak by Nabab Derev. Four for Chandler and Konak on course in 77.30. We have 13 clear rounds at the moment. Shane Sweetenham is one of them with Out of the Blue SCF. Shane returns to us now with Sweet Oak Farms Irandole du Flot. Irandole du Flot by Vivaldi de Seigneur for the Irish Olympian and global champions podium finisher Shane Sweetenham. Not quite, goes into third, but it's very, very close. Irandole du Flot, 62.84, 62.34 second for Samuel Parro, half a second exactly in front. And just in front of that, 62.26, 700ths in front, Santiago Lambre and Comtesse, our leader for Brazil. Shane Sweetenham into third. Sandra Dahlman. Sandra with Dahlman Show Jumping's Iowa W goes next. Kornel Obolensky, the sire of this one. Sandra, who's been a good supporter of Split Rock, particularly at this time of year, jumping with us in Columbus, Ohio, the last few years running. Sandra there and Iowa on a score of 4, 78.20. We go on to Simon McCarthy. Simon with the Holsteiner bred by Staccato, Gotcha. Simon riding for Rockridge Farm. Simon was part of our starting field representing Ireland this spring in the Invitational here at the Kentucky Horse Park as well. Simon has 2 down, so it's 8 jumping faults there with Gotcha. 61.34 on the clock is the fastest of anyone there around the track, but it is unfortunately at the cost of 2 down. Back to Brazil's Fabio Livas Costa now, another entry for Bonchance Farm. Fabio Livas with HFB Versace by Verdi. Fabio Livas is another clear. That's going to make it 4 Brazilian clear rounds so far. Fabio Livas and HFB Versace, though, go into 15th. The steadiest of our clears, 78.24, setting up for the week ahead. Olivia Cliver is our next to go. Olivia, who comes to us from the world of eventing. Did some international show jumping this summer up in Michigan. And Olivia with On the Mark Equestrian LLC's Connor. Four and 65 for Olivia Cliver and Connor. Two clears already for Luis Francisco de Azevedo. We welcome for the Brazilian rider one more time, this time with Santa Cecilia Stables, Colin. 62.91. It's another one on the 62 seconds mark. This one goes into fourth. Colin and Luis Francisco de Azevedo. Santiago Malambre still leads. Samuel Parro in second. Shane Sweetnam third. But all within 3/4 of a second of each other. Next to go, it's another turn at the handle for Samuel Parro of Chile. Career split rock jumping tour Grand Prix winner and championship rider for Chile with Koblenz van de Wienesacker. Well, jumps the autumn colours fence and shows that he retires. Samuel Parro and Koblenz van de Wienesacker. Second ride now for Tyser Irwin. Tyser with Michael Smith's Vanturo. 62.26 to beat, and we're up to 16 clear rounds. Tyser Irwin gives us our latest clear round. It will go 14th on the ranking at a time of 70.91 seconds. Looking, a second go now, looking for a second clear round. Daisy Farish. Daisy with Gerko. Gerko's a Dutch warm blood by the VDL size Rocco Blue. 79.49 for Daisy and Gerko with the 4 faults on course. On we go. Ashley Vogel owns and rides our next entry here as Zangashider bred Madiba AGZ. Madiba by Milord Kataga. Santiago Lambre still leads our FEI Speed 62.26. Ashley Vogel gives a nice clear around there with Madiba 74.22 on the clock, goes top 15. We welcome back Lacey Gilbertson now. Damsel Saint-Emel earlier on. Lacey this time rides Seabrook LLC's Bora Bora de la Roque. Bora Bora de la Roque, a Sol Francais by Zandorzi. Eight four sent for Lacey and Bora Bora de la Roque. Go back to Aaron Vale now. Aaron with his Things Like a Horse operations. Christo Beach. Christo Beach, a warm blood by It's the Business. Aaron, who currently sits top 5 with I Ademi R. 62.26 to beat. 62.84. Not only is it so close, it is equal. Equal third with Shane Sweetnam and Irindol Duflot. Aaron Vale, Christo Beach go onto the podium. Equal third. Samuel Parro is still second. Santiago Lambre still leads 62.26, but it is still incredibly close. So now our 3/4 of a second less than covers the top 5. Dara Kerrin's back with us, the Irish international. Dara with Licino. Licino, the Holsteiner by Limbus. So Dara electing to retire there, having broken the rail over at the double. New pole coming in very quickly, so we'll get straight back underway. We're going to go on to Erin Davis Heineken, October Hill Sales Limited's NKH Cento Blue. Aaron Christian and the team at October Hill Sales behind the Fort Worth venue at Christmas time on the Split Rock Jumping Tour, the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour, playing host to Longines FEI Jumping World Cup action in Texas this winter. Total of 12 with the last down there for Erin and NKH Cento Blue. So we're going to go back to Tanner Korok, and it's a third ride for Tanner. This time it's Sandalwood Farms Volo's Diamond by Stackatol. 83.57 with the 8 faults there for Tanner and Volo's diamond. So back to US World Cup finalist Alison Robitaille. Alison Robitaille riding Alison Firestone LLC's Jikikara by Denzel van Meulenhof. Alison and Jikikara jumped clear, 77.31 on the clock, top 20 for their pair. Two more to see. We're going to go back to young French rider Francisco Goyaga. Francisco with Icarus on this occasion, the Belgian warm blood by the Irish-based sire, VDL Douglas. Francisco currently inside the top 10 with Ice Zotendele, 63.90. 62.26 still leads Santiago Lambre. Francisco Goyaga for Spain there, and Icarus, they are clear, 67.27. 67.27 is going to go with that clear on our leaderboard into 12th. And we'll take our last to go in the FEI division, the start of our FEI tour here during Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. Hunter Jumper Fall Classic in Kentucky. Do just have one more to go. No taker just yet. So Santiago Lambre leads, 62.26. Samuel Parro is in second, 62.34. Equal third, Shane Sweetnam and Aaron Vale, 62.84. We go to our last to go. Sire Happy owns and rides Zhao Derincourt, rider who's had some good results over the years in the two-star supporting tour of the Global Champions Tour, Miami and in London. 12 jumping faults, quite a few time faults as well, of course, for Zhao Derincourt and Sire Happy in our opening FEI class of the week here in Lexington on the Split Rock Jumping Tour. Thanks to Lugano Diamonds, title sponsor this year, and congratulations to Santiago Lambre and Comtesse 202 taking our first international victory of the week. Samuel Parro and Buga in second. Shane Sweetnam of Ireland and Aaron Vale of the USA will share third on the podium. Fifth, therefore, is Luis Francisco de Azevedo and Colin. Aaron Vale will also be inside the awards with I Ademi R, who went very early on and finished up sixth place. And the first ride for Francisco Goyaga. For Spain, Ice Zotendale, we'll see them back, seventh. Daisy Farish and Etonemois del Caballero take our eighth place. Good competition. We ended up with 21 of our 50 athletes jumping clear over Anderson Lima's initial course here today. He'll set up the welcome tomorrow, and then on Sunday it is the Lugano Diamonds Grand Prix. Two very good sponsors to come, the $100,000 Lugano Diamonds Meter 50 3-star Grand Prix on Sunday, and tomorrow's FEI class is presented by BetHorseSports.com. BetHorse Sports, who we've been working with this season, will tell you more about that, and you'll be able to play a little bit of fantasy show jumping and get some skin in the game in our Grand Prix on Sunday here at Split Rock, Kentucky. Well, our first international lineup of the week here at the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour, part of our 2 weeks here for the Fall Classic. As ever, we ride the top 8 for ribbons, including in our FEI divisions, which means that in the first we'll see in the ring with the Tournois del Caballero, Daisy Farish for 8th place, one of our 21 clear rounds. Francisco Goyaga, one of the younger riders in our field, under 25, representing Spain with Ice Zotendale, jumping in the US all this year, starting with the U25 Tour in Wellington. He will take 7th for Spain in 63.90. Aaron Vale, who will see higher up the order, but took 6th with I Adermi R for the USA. Luis Francisco de Azevedo and Colin, the Championship and Nations Cup rider for Brazil. Luis Francisco taking 5th in 62.91. And then it is our podium finishers, and we have 4 of them, because equal third was Aaron Vale and Christo Beach, and Shane Sweetnam for Ireland riding Irindol du Flot, both in a time of 62.84. Our second place finisher was Samuel Parro and Bugazi, 62.34, and Santiago Lambre, a 2-time Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner and Comtesse 202, take victory in 62.26. Well, we're getting our top 3 placed athletes, so our top 4 athletes, off their horses, ready for a podium presentation. The team from Winslow Show Photography with us as ever for the ceremonies, and of course every class in every ring. Don't forget to check out their photos online or in their booth shortly after each division concludes. But stepping up onto the podium, ladies and gentlemen, in equal third today, Shane Sweetnam of Ireland and Aaron Vale of the United States of America. In second place, Samuel Parro for Chile, and it is Brazil's Santiago Lambre who takes the top step of the podium in our first international class of the week. Joined down that podium by Derek Braun, founder and president of the Split Rock Jumping Tour. And with our podium complete, ladies and gentlemen, could we ask you please to rise as we honor our first international winner of the week, Santiago Lambre, with the playing of the national anthem of Brazil. Congratulations, Santiago, the first international class win of our 2 weeks here on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour goes to Brazil's Santiago Lambre, twice a winner on the tour previously. Has he got another Lugano Diamonds Grand Prix in his sights on Sunday? Samuel Parro has been a winner before. Aaron Vale and Shane Sweetnam have both been great supporters of Split Rock, particularly here in Lexington, Kentucky, which is so local for Shane's US base. Luis Francisco de Azevedo in 5th. Aaron Vale with 2 inside the prizes in 6th with I Adermi. Francisco Goyaga, great to have him with us for the first time here at the Fall Classic. Daisy Farish rounding out our top 8. Shane Sweetnam, it must be mentioned, also there inside the top 10. 9th with Out of the Blue, SCF, who jumped an early clear for him. And in 10th place, Erin Davis Heineking and Leone. So off they go, Santiago Lambre and Comtesse leading the victory gallop here for Brazil. Samuel Parro Buga in 2nd, and a podium shared in 3rd. Shane Sweetnam, Irindol du Flot, and Aaron Vale, Christo Beach. So full day of sport here tomorrow once again in the Walnut Ring. Starting off with the $1,000 meter 20 junior amateur power and speed. Our second competition tomorrow, the Vitalized meter 30 junior amateur power and speed. Then the ESI footing meter 30. It's a speed leg for them. Meter 40 junior amateur power and speed, and then the bethorsesports.com meter 45 3-star FEI welcome. A $50,000 world ranking class here tomorrow afternoon. Looking like a 3 p.m. start, but those declarations will all be confirmed in due course. Keep an eye on the app for times tomorrow here in the Walnut Ring at the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour.
We have a new leader.